Pikachu Raichu Gaming here, everybody. This is Joltan here, coming with our friend here, Luxray. And today he got second place at Locals with his Bermuda Triangle deck for Cardfight Vanguard. So, before we start asking you for the questions, I would like to just point out this beautiful map for Force of Will. Dark Alice, regular Alice. Alright, man, show us your lineup.
Okay, so this is a Harmony-based Riviera deck. The deck focuses on the right chain, also focuses on striding.
Alright.
So the starter is Bermuda Cadet Riviera.
Alright.
When you write the grade 1 on her, you look for the top 7 cards. The top 7 cards for a grade 2 or a grade 3 Riviera, and you add them to your hand.
Alright.
I run 4 copies of...
Alright, so this is the trigger lineup, correct?
Yes, this is the trigger lineup.
Alright.
Kirk. I'll get to like a combo about her later, but it's a great stand trigger. Harmony gives you so many pluses.
Alright.
Also, I run...
A mixture of criticals, huh?
Yep. I run 8 criticals. The reasoning for the semi-mix is 1, because of Olivia, and 2, the reason why 4 of this one is because I actually do run the lower stride.
Alright.
So
mix and match, huh? Alright then.
I also run 4 heals, because heals.
The original too, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta keep it OG.
Alright,
yeah.
Let's get started.
Okay.
Yeah. So grade 1 lineup is coming up.
Yep, so we run, obviously, 4 copies of Mermaid Idol Riviera.
Alright.
So, as I mentioned before, when you ride the grade 1 onto the grade 0, look for the top 7 cards, add a grade 2 or 3. But her effect is that when you write the grade 2 on top of her, you draw a card.
Alright.
So, it's a +1. So, I also run 4 copies of the damage unflip on Perfect Guard. Right. This deck does use a lot of counterblast, so it really does need it.
Alright then.
Yeah. I run 2 copies of Shizuku.
Grade 1 Shizuku.
Yeah.
Alright.
Harmony, when you ride, while she's on the field, if you call a unit directly in front of her and Harmony activates, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add a grade 3.
Alright.
That was good. And then finally, well, almost finally, I run 3 copies of Sandi, which is the stride ticket. Self-explanatory. Right. And then the last card I run is 1 copy of Parasol. Again, the deck uses a lot of counterblast, so Soul Blast 2, Unflip 2.
Alright, so Soul's not a problem in this deck at all, correct?
No, not at all.
Alright.
The things that you can do with it. But, yeah, when she rides onto the grade 1, draw a card. And then when the 3 rides on top of her, draw a card.
Alright, so the right chain is draw power.
Yeah, a lot of draw power. Nice. Next up for... I guess you could call it the attack power, 4 copies of Skika. When she's boosted and GB1, counterblast 1, bounce a unit on your field to your hand, then call the unit, and that unit gains 3,000.
Alright, so extra attacks too.
Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to go for as much aggression as possible with this deck.
Nice.
And then the last 3 cards is a little wonky. 2 copies of Mermaid Idol, Brilliant Ellie. She got an upgrade. Harmony, when she's in Harmony, for each Sentinel or Perfect Guard that's in your drop zone, she gains 2,000. And then her other ability is that when she's placed onto the guard circle, you can Soul Blast 1. And for each Sentinel that's in your drop zone, she gains 5,000 shield.
Ah, so she's defense.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then.
Yeah, that also applies if she's in your hand. So when you place her from hand to guard circle, you can do the same thing. Ooh. And she's a 10k guard.
Alright, nice.
Yeah, Soul is not a problem in this deck. It's really easy. And then finally, Potpourri. I would like to have a 3rd Ellie, really would, but sometimes Potpourri really comes in handy.
When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your other rear guards, return to your hand, and in Harmony, you may call up to 1 to the hand to the rear guard circle. Ooh. Alright then.
Oh yeah.
So kind of like the Speak Up Play thing as well, right?
Yeah, they're very similar. This one is when it attacks, you have to counterblast 1. This one's when its attack hits. but
Alright,
both are similar in playstyle.
Nice. Alright. Entering grade 3s?
So now, in regards to grade 3s, I run the obvious 4 copies of Top Idol Riviere.
Beautiful. Just look at those beautiful clouds in the back. I'm just kidding.
Obviously this is the OG ride chain, so she combos with her younger self, her younger self, her younger self. Today, during the tournament, I was able to pull off the ride chain, so go here, search for one of them, go here, draw a card, go here, draw a card. It just builds up so much advantage, and it keeps your plays going.
All right.
So and on top of that, she looks good.
Human form, yeah.
Oh yeah. And then finally, this is, in my opinion, the star of the show. So this is Rising Star Trios. This is the Legion mate, or the Legionnaire to Riviere. So obviously she's got the Legion ability. She swings for 21. If you have Super Idol in Soul, when you ride Trios on top of her, you can just search your deck straight up for a Top Idol Riviere and add it to your hand.
All right.
So you don't have to have like the full ride chain. You just need to have the grade 2, like right on top.
All right.
So that's pretty good. So this way, you can be able to combo with that and what have you. And then of course, her big ability, which is like my favorite one, you counterblast 3, discard 3 cards from your hand, and you can restand it. So it's like a more expensive version of Dragonic Overlord.
All right.
Yeah. And it pretty much covers the main deck, really.
All right. So let's enter the G deck.
G zone, it's pretty simple. For Schooly Toilet and Livia's, she's pretty much like, you have to run her in Bermuda at this point. There's no real way around that. But she applies so much pressure. She applies, again, multiple attacks. So yeah, you got to run her,
All right.
Okay. Next up, I run 1 copy of Madu. Riviere is a printed 10K, so Madu combos with her.
All right.
So that comes handy. Blizza, in case you can be able to pull off like that final
start?
I don't know if I have to explain that actually.
All right. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah. And then 2 copies of Celebration Voice Lures. That's where the critical trigger comes into play. When she attacks, when she attacks, if all units on your field are in Harmony, you give up to 3 units 5,000 power, and she gains +1 crit.
Huh.
So.
Holy crap! All right.
So it's a lot of power. I run 2 copies of Fluffy Somni. If her attack hits, bounce a unit on your field, then call a unit from your hand, and it gains 3,000.
So kind of like the Speaker, but on hit.
Yeah, basically, it's an on-hit version of Speaker and Potpourri combined.
All right.
So yeah. I also run 1 copy of Glass Shoe Amoris. When you call her, bounce up to 2 units on your rear guards back to your hand. Then I run 1 copy of Elprina. It's similar to Amoris, except you can actually choose when you want to use it. So Soul Blast 1, bounce up to 2 units on rear, back to hand.
Alright.
And then finally, G-Guards. I run 1 Nasha, which is actually from the Fighters Collection. So if you reveal a grade that you have on your field, she gains an additional 5,000 shield. And then finally, I run 3 copies of Hand in Hand Leona. Her ability is that when she's placed onto the Guardian Circle, bounce a unit on your field to your hand. Then you choose a card from your hand and call it to guard circle. If the unit that's called is the same one that you bounced, that unit gains 5,000 shield.
All right. Not
bad.
bad.
And that effect is mandatory.
Huh. All right then. All right then. So, starting off, first question: Why this deck? What makes you want to play sexy mermaid / human at times women?
Oh, that's a question I haven't been asked before. Well, the big reason why I play Bermuda Triangle in general, and preferably this deck, is the advantage that it provides. The deck is able to attack multiple times, it creates a lot of aggression. Early game, aggression. Mid game, aggression. Late game, aggression. I like that, you know?
All right, question 2. What are your worst matchups? What are the top 3 worst decks you can face?
Oh, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you. So today, in final round, I took on Gurgawit. I could not get through that hand. I just could not. So one of the big decks that I have a problem with is Gurgawit and Link Joker.
Just those 2?
Yeah.
What would be the third one at your best pick?
That I have problems with?
Yes.
I'm going to have to say, I want to say Kagura so badly. I just want to say Kagura for some odd reason.
And I am so grinning, and I am not going to show you guys why. I'm so grinning. All right. Let me see. Next question would be favorite strategy of the deck. What's like your favorite play? All right. So I see you also pulled these specific cards out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is going to be your best strategy. What is your best play?
Okay.
I'm guessing they're involving these. So yeah. What would it be?
Okay. So check it out. So one of my most favorite fields to go into. We'll actually start in mid game. So you're riding into your grade 3.
All right.
What I love about this deck is that you can either choose one of the 2 options to go into. If you have your right chain, you can go into this to draw a card, gain additional advantage, swing, or whatever you want to do. Or you can go into her, search for her, discard her to stride.
All right.
Yeah. So that's one of the little combos that you can do using Super Idol Riviera. One of the other things is that when your Vanguard is in Legion, one of the things that I love to do is, and everyone knows about this combo already, when Kirk is in Harmony, at the end of the battle that she boosted, she returns to the deck, you shuffle your deck, you balance another unit on your rearguard circle back to your hand, then you call it. When you use her in conjunction with Spica, it basically allows you to go from like, okay, I'm going to swing with this column, yeah?
Right.
Then I'm going to swing with this one, bounce this back to my hand, replay her to gain 3,000. She's going to return back to the deck. Bounce, replay, and now her Harmony will go off.
And her Harmony does what?
Her Harmony is that you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you add a grade 3 from amongst them to your hand.
Nice. All right,
so this gives you an additional attack.
1 attack, 2 attack, after the attack, extra plus, extra attack. And then you still have your Vanguard waiting.
Yeah.
All right, then.
And this is where the best part of the deck really comes into play. So what I do is after I do that little combo, which only took 1 counterblast,
all right.
I swing with my Vanguard. So if I have her in Soul, it's a 22k column. If not, 21. After I swing, let's say I get really bad trigger checks because, I'm bad at the game. What you do from there is you can discard 3 cards from your hand to restand your Vanguard.
And 3 counter
using her ability.
Sadly, but it's heavy cost, but it's an extra attack.
Yeah, it's an extra attack, and for Bermudas, extra attacks always help out. So then what you can do from there is swing again, and who knows, you might get like another trigger, you might end up getting, you never know.
All right. All right, final question. What were the decks that you played today? And you said you got second, so...
Okay, so I'll start off with the first round. I faced off against Nova Grappler, particularly one of my best friends who is absolutely amazing at the deck. He was playing a Victor build. This deck was able to out-attack him, so...
Alright, so the rusher gets rushed.
Yeah, the rusher got rushed. Second match, I ended up going up against Luard, which that was a very difficult. That was a difficult match to go up against, considering the fact that Shadow Pal Luard build was based on retiring your field like Kagura. But thankfully, I was able to outrush him just enough.
All right.
And in final round, sadly, I ended up facing off against Gold Paladin Gurgawit. I couldn't get past his hand, so sadly I ended up losing against that one.
Alright, man. Well, thank you for your time, man. And this is the whole Bermuda Triangle deck for the Riviera Trios build?
Yeah,
with Harmony. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next video, guys.